Okay, 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 okay. I guess I'm gonna keep saying okay forever. Howdy everyone, welcome to a live stream. I do apologize for the terrible audio. I'm sorry about this, but of course, we have to talk about something. Now, it's gonna be a swift live stream mostly because I am waiting for an order, so yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. But still, I want to talk about what happened today. I woke up, checked my laptop, and then I saw a notification right in front of my YouTube page. Not even YouTube Studio, just in front of my YouTube page. I saw a warning. I got a warning. I received a warning on one of my videos. Basically, the video I uploaded today. It's deleted, but I'm just saying I uploaded a video, and YouTube, when I posted it a couple days ago, YouTube said nothing, never age restricted whatsoever. It was totally fine. But once it was posted, all of a sudden that's a big issue. And for some reason it said nudity. I have never seen nudity in that specific video. It seems like the person was naked. It seems like it because the person what she was wearing, it blended in very well. But trust me, it was not pure nudity. It was not pure nudity as some people may think. If you saw the video, you know what I'm talking about. I wish I can show you the video. I have it with me. But I'm worried. What if YouTube takes this down too? Because they gave me a warning before. Now they're not going to do that. They're going to give me a community strike. Okay, I am a bit worried what I post now. I won't be posting a lot of videos that show a lot of butts. Even though the butt was very unclear, I'm not gonna show it. I'm not gonna show some of these ones. Maybe let's just test the waters and see what type of videos I can post. There are a couple of them with some of the women shaking their butts, and okay, that's interesting. But let's be fair. You can clearly see it, and will YouTube regard it as nudity? I don't know. I don't know. But I'm worried. I'm very worried. You know why? Because too many strikes is a problem, okay? This is just a warning. My first warning. It's incredible, honestly. And I can't appeal it. You have the option to, but you can't appeal it. You know why? Because who on earth will accept this as a good video? Who? Who on earth will say that? Someone on YouTube has to manually check it out. So I thought to myself, yeah, that's not gonna work out. So I'm not gonna post a lot of stuff. I'll watch what I post and try not to post too much of naughty stuff. I was thinking of making a separate channel just to post naughty stuff, but I feel like that's a bit silly too. Let's just see what happens. Anyways, it's time to talk about oh my goody two shoes. Now, I don't like talking too much about this type of stuff because it's not important at all. A celebrity that's basically part of the far left. Uh, she's part of this far left group. She's been very outspoken about far left ideologies and what she supports and what she doesn't support. Very open about it on social media. And of course, now the same side she accumulated for the past few years, the same side that she surrounded herself with, and now fighting her, You need to understand that when it comes to the far left, I don't like talking too much about politics, okay? Just hear me out. For the past few years, they have been completely going after any normal term, completely going after women's sports and stuff like that. A couple years ago, people would say, "Oh no, that's just a conspiracy." It's not a conspiracy anymore. They literally speaking about it openly, and they don't care about that. Now, women of the world, we are being stripped from rights over our bodies, our lives, and over our name. And what she means, okay, now personally, hear me out. Look, first things first, the child is separate from you. Simple as that. I'm not gonna go over this. Okay. Close. Now, that's the craziest thing, from cancel. This is the craziest thing that's been going on. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Never mind. It keeps forcing me to sign in for some reason. I'm not signed into this website. I don't even know this website. So it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny, but at the same time sad to see how the world is actually ebbing away. Because think about it very carefully. Someone who used to be like this, an old school leftist, now now is getting railed online from the same community they accumulated over the past few years, and obviously it's not for something like anything outrageous, not something outrageous. Look at this. Let's read the Daily Mail. I think a lot of people who report on stuff read the Daily Mail. Yeah, don't let them erase you. Bette Midler angers woke mob for blasting term birthing people and menstruators and warns women we are being stripped of our rights of our bodies. Once again, as I said, it's a separate body, end of story. But we're going to be talking about this cult she's kind of accumulated around herself. She encircled herself, with this cult. She was accused of being transphobic because she said, she doesn't like the term birthing people. Listen very carefully. This is not, look, I'm not even saying this. These woke people are saying this. They've been saying it for a couple of years now. They do not like the term woman. They literally replaced the term woman and call them birthing people. Imagine giving birth. Imagine giving birth, going through that pain, and being degraded like that. Imagine that. Imagine that. People are fine with that, People are very fine with that. Now they want to cry about, not having a right to kill their babies. But what I'm trying to say is that just a couple months ago, in fact, a couple weeks ago, they had no idea what a woman is. They still don't know what a woman is because that definition is way, way over their heads for some reason. And she was accused of being transphobic, and critics rushed to point out, okay, once again, that okay, critics rushed to the point to point out that it did not need to be a choice between supporting women or trans people. Technically, there's a big difference. So there's a difference between supporting trans people and difference between supporting everyone. You can support everyone. You can't just choose one over the other, obviously. And secondly, some people on Twitter are so rude. They don't mind if they erase women. They don't mind if they erase beauty or anything normal from society. You know, one of the first openly gay sportswomen backed Midler. However, joking careful that you will be called transphobic too or worse. Once again, you get called all these things under the sun because you disagree with them on something. And that's the craziest part. They call you menstruators, people who bleed. You aren't just people who bleed. You have a term, women. It's not that hard to say it. You are called menstruators now because a couple of people don't like the term woman. The same woke people who always whine about woman this, woman that for the past few years. Now eye raising women. Once again, it's fascinating. The same people are always focused on. I know this is cliche to say, but the same people who were always bitching and moaning about everything has to be about women mostly affected, stuff like that, are now the same people erasing the term woman, erasing anything to do with women, completely getting them away from existence, basically. You know? They don't call us women anymore. They call us birthing people. And once again, I consider that a really hurtful term. It's a very hurtful term. Okay? And even people with vaginas. You're a woman. It's not like you need to understand. It's so difficult to explain it to people who disagree with you and stuff like this. You know? Don't let them erase you. Every human on earth owes you. Okay, with 11,000 retweets and 61,000 likes in less than 12 hours, okay? Once again, supporters say the controversial terms are inclusive. No, it's not inclusive. Inclusivity does not erase the other person's term, okay? Okay? If you know what? Here's the thing, you don't erase. If you want to be nice, you don't erase someone else's way of living, someone else's terms. If these terms are for trans men, why on earth do you want to erase women's terms? Why do you want to erase women's terms and call them birthing people or call them menstruators? That's not inclusive at all. That's the opposite of inclusive. And once again, it was never about inclusivity. It was never about being kind. It was about erasure. It was always about erasure. Okay? Now look, I'm not a feminist. I do not believe in feminism and all that type of stuff. But I'm surprised that many feminists are supporting stuff like this. Things that actually erase them from existence. You know? Okay. As you can see, she's also an ally, guys. She's also an ally. A really old ally. So this is gonna cause a lot of people to whine about this. You know. Okay. I'm just saying. You know. Once again, now anyone who disagrees with these people are considered toughs. Once again, once again, why call them toughs? Some of them own the term, but once again, feminism is supposed to be about women only, right? For some reason, it's such a divisive thing right now. The entire woke stuff, all of them are being so divided right now. You know, once again, do not fall for the anti-trans panic fake nonsense. It's not anti-trans. It's not anti-trans at all. Okay? And secondly, this panic is a real panic because it's actually happening. People like this are erasing women. Doctors, scientists are erasing women, changing their terms. Sorry for screaming at the microphone, but you need to understand that they have been doing it for a couple of years now. And when you point it out, you are all of a sudden transphobe or whatever phobe. No one is erasing women. Yes, they are. They are. In a few small outcare cases, when appropriate, they are using trans-inclusive language. No, no, no. They're using it for everything. Okay? This isn't true. It is true. Using gender-inclusive language does not deny my womanhood. Liberation is collective. The stupidity of tough semantics really knows no bounds. A lot of blue check marks. And that's the funny thing. A lot of these blue check marks, a lot of these crazy people out there, they're in positions of power. Some people can get check marks. Tim Pool said this a couple years ago. I'm not sure if you watched one of his videos. I mean, he posts like 100 videos a day, let's be real. But he posted a video long ago talking about how he got a check mark long ago before, he left Vice. You know? You basically have inside communication and people with even 2,000 followers. I remember I had a spat against a journalist back in 2019, early 2019, who had 2,000 followers. 2,000 followers and a check mark. Okay, that's insane. The issue with Bette Midler's post out language I read from the New York op-ed. Okay, it plays into it plays on people's fears, insecurities. Here's the thing. It's not insecurities. A lot of these people have no idea what they're talking about. They live in an echo chamber. They don't want to really look at what's going on. They always hide the fact or want to protect every woke ideology, but at the same time it doesn't make sense. They end up fighting against each other. You know, it's not insecurities or lack of information, it's the truth. People like this are lacking information. I want people to realize that. This woman lacks information. Remember last year with the Wii Spa incident? Remember that the Wii Spa incident, how barely any mainstream media covered that? Remember that? And how Antifa beaten up a couple of women and men because they were defending innocence, once again. And here's the thing I want to say is that a lot of right wingers will be like, oh yeah, this is awesome. It's like, no. This woman, Bette Midler, she has been attacking us for years as well. Okay, I'm just saying. Now she understands what it is. Also Bette Midler, said this, about breastfeeding, and honestly. So at the end of the day, it's crazy. It's crazy. They're all fighting. They're all fighting each other, and it's like, wow, really. So once again, stop trying so hard. Yeah, look at this. Lol, the sound of the left eating their own. Hilarious. She can't decide which team she's on. I agree with you, Bet. Some of her own doing with that big rash mouth of hers. And here's the thing I want to point out. You know, what she's saying is common sense stuff. But however, she's still gonna dance with those people. She's still gonna hug them and kiss them and give them attention and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna really worry so much about it. Good for her for standing up, obviously, but still, it really sucks to see such things. So much for inclusion. They're so inclusive that they always fight each other every time. Always fight each other every single time, and it's so laughable sometimes, really. You know, couple weeks ago they had no idea what a woman was, and then all of a sudden they want to talk about bodily autonomy. Bodily autonomy is a new slang, basically for any time you say a child has a right to live. It's the new slang words of trying to say, whatever they do, it's totally fine, because it's their body and whatever. That's what they say. And they've been saying it for abortion and stuff like that, but, they also contradict themselves with the trans stuff because they always say, trans women are women. They say, I'm a woman, I'm a biological woman. So when they say that, they contradict themselves. And does it matter? I want to point out something very important. It doesn't matter what these woke people say because they always contradict themselves no matter what. They always contradict themselves no matter what. Every time they do so, they don't care. Do you think they care for a moment? No, they have no standards. So stop trying to think they are going to have standards. They're always going to be fighting against each other, always going to be trying to pick up fights against other people from different political spectrums. And what else? Always contradict each other, and they don't care. They don't care. They don't care. As long as they get their way, that's it. As long as they get their way, that's it. That's all I'm saying. They just live in this hive mind. Okay, I'm sorry for ranting too long. It's just I get very annoyed to see such things, and when I hear the news of Bette Midler actually saying something interesting at the same time, offending her own base, it's like wow, really wow. And just remember, those check marks I just showed you right now, those check marks we went over, those check marks would have agreed with Bet if we were just like 10 years ago. That's just how crazy the world has become. It's sad that even smart people on the highest degrees, and people who are on the top believe in such nonsense. Literally, they are erasing women's words, terms, biology, whatever. They are erasing it. And, you know, at what cost? Oh, yeah, women's rights to kill children. That's all. Now they're saying women can't only get pregnant, men can get pregnant, and birthing people and persons and all these things. And you know what? I can't take it. I can't take it anymore. It's becoming so difficult just to keep up. This is why I don't really try to focus too much on politics anymore, because it's like I do pay attention, but I don't really talk too much about it because it's like it's so painful. I might as well focus on building up my brand and finding a way to fight for the future rather than only trying to complain about what they're doing, you know? Because we need to start building up our own empire. Okay, so anyways, I was busy writing. As you can see, I was writing. Fumia slowly confronts Sig Bryant. I don't even know how to pronounce this name. So are you. You too, Fumia asks while closing his fingers and banging them together. Oh no, we are just partners, the man blushes. I see. Anyways, I see anyways. The dwarf then yawns. I can't help but notice that Something is biting you inside. Is something the matter? He continues. Oh, well, not anything important. It's just that this gathering machine requires me to gather and not kill a beast whatsoever. I did just that earlier, the man responds. Oh, I see. Is there any repercussions for doing so? Questions Funius. Yes, indeed. I got a sum of money deducted from my original pay. You see this watch? Sig Bryant raises his arm and shows the watch. This records a lot of things I do during my quest and also can indicate that I killed a beast. And all the data from this watch will be transferred to a larger system. Now basically, just me reading a small chapter. Now you may like this one. You may like this other one. Here we go. Okay, now last night I was practicing writing and this is what I came up with. This is what I came up with, you know? This is what I came up with. The sun's ray is just right today. Its heat cascades down and warms the land lightheartedly. There inside the only house, a man whose skin is so fair and delicate is getting ready for a grand breakfast, his hair cascading down to his lower back. Okay, I forgot a word. His hair is what color hair? Hazel hair. I think I mentioned that, but I guess I didn't say this. He wears a green button shirt, short sleeved and unbuttoned. He wears a green button shirt. He wears it very loosely and it lays on the shoulder as if it can easily fall off. Have you ever worn a shirt or something that can easily fall off your shoulder? Basically wear it upon the edges of your shoulder. He also wears a dull yellow shirt underneath. His breasts are large due to wearing a bra. He wears a pink I can't even say the word, dress that goes down right to his upper knees. His face is slim but with chubby cheeks. You know, it's supposed to be a feminine boy. I mean a feminine man. Femboy, whatever. Basically, this is supposed to be the main character. It was very fun to write this last night because it was practice, and also when you practice sometimes you get some interesting concepts, interesting ideas for the future. I need to make a book update. I really need to make a book update to talk about what's going on because my previous books I kind of left it away because there was so much of punctuation errors and I really need some time to think more about that book, you know? So what I've been focusing on is working on other ideas instead, something a bit more lighthearted than anything else. So let's just see where this goes. Anyways, that's basically it, you know, about the book stuff. You know, maybe we can continue to write about, I don't know, any crazy stuff. Okay, so should I show you the video? No thanks, I'm not going to show you the video, I'm a bit worried. But let's just look upon other videos I have. Let's just look upon the other videos and see what goes on. It really is disturbing to know that YouTube actually did such a thing, you know? I don't even know why. I don't even know why it did that. I'm still pissed off, you know? I would always get my videos age restricted, if anything. But for some reason, today they did not do that and they decided to, you know, give me a warning. Because nudity, even though there was barely any nudity, it's insane, you know? It seems like nudity, but it's not. Okay? I don't think you can see it because of OBS, but like, okay, this is gonna be fine. This stuff over here, even if I show a light butt like that, it's fine. But if I show something too revealing, now this is what I wonder. This is what I wonder. I mean, you can clearly see it's covered up, but that's what I wonder. If it'll be censored or not. I'm so worried. I've never been so worried before in my life. Okay? So this one is coming up, I guess. Like, this one is not going to be nudity because it's covering up. I'm a bit worried. I'm a bit worried. But let's just see how things go. Let's just see how things go. Like, this one, there's no butts. Okay, there is a bit of butts over here, but it's not nude. You can clearly see it's covered up. Like, this one, too, there's no nudity. You can see she's wearing something. You know? Honestly, I'm going through the videos and seeing stuff. I guess that was at one video. Maybe the rest is totally fine. This is a male to female video. This is my favorite one so far. Okay, so a lot to show, actually. Please check their links below. Totally fine. Like even with this, hold on. Did you see that butt? I don't think you can see it, but even with that, I'm a bit worried. I'm a bit worried, you know? You get a warning, okay? You get a freaking warning. What should I put like a little censored bubble from now on? Should I do that instead? That's gonna be so annoying. Like, this is very tame as well. But still I worry. I worry so much right now. It's so scary, you know? And how do I even appeal such stuff? Because, you know, YouTube is not gonna like everything. Like this. That's not nudity. That's not nudity. She's clearly wearing something, okay? She's clearly wearing something. Maybe, as I said, the other video, there was the unclear image. It did look like like she was naked, but she wasn't. It seemed like she was wearing something. Maybe she was actually naked and I had no idea. I don't know. I don't want to show the video again. But, yeah, okay. Honestly, I wouldn't mind if it was age restricted instead. I think I wouldn't complain anymore. Like, this one is totally fine. This one is totally fine. But I guess YouTube will have a problem with that too as well. Please check their links below. Like, this is fine. This is literally fine. This is fine. Literally, this I don't see a problem with that one. Okay, I just skimmed through it. Everything is pretty fine. I'm sorry if the video doesn't really play so well. As I said in the past, OBS does not record so well on this laptop. Like, this one is okay. This one is literally okay. Okay. What, should we check the others now? Should we check the others? Ew, we're gonna check the others. August, September, this one, right? This is thumbnails. No. Oh my gosh, where the heck is it? Ah, I don't even know where it is. Is it this one? Trans, wow. I need to name things better. Nope, this is the source. I need to find the compiled videos. This is also compiled. I mean, source. Is this the one? Okay, this is the one. Like, even the thumbnail wasn't offensive. Even the thumbnail was not offensive whatsoever. You know, the thumbnail was very simple. So they would have complained about the thumbnail, I'm sure, if it wasn't. You know? I don't know if it wasn't normal. It's just so exasperating, you know? Okay. Like this, for instance. This is not offensive. Oh, it's not nudity, is it? You can clearly see what she's wearing. This is just a pool video. You know, she's wearing something. If YouTube can't see that, that's a problem. Okay, now it's gonna be stuck for a while. I do apologize. But seriously though, I also have these new ones over here, which I don't think they're a problem. I don't think they're a problem whatsoever. But still, I kind of worry. Maybe I should make a separate account, just in case, you know? Just in case things start falling flat. I don't mind if the video is age restricted. Go ahead, age restricted. It's better than getting a freaking strike, okay? It's better than getting a freaking strike, okay? I'm glad everything is totally fine, but still, honestly, it's better than a strike. Age restrict me all you want, better than a strike. Like look at this one. Like, this is not offensive. But some people might think so. Some people might think so. Now, this is not showing any nudity. I'm so worried right now, you know. I'm like walking on thin ice. That's what it feels like, you know, walking on thin ice. What about this one? Like, you can clearly see that she's wearing something. She's wearing something, okay? Look at that. Look at that. She's wearing something. You cannot complain that she's not wearing something. She is wearing something, okay? Should I brighten up all my videos just so people can see what's going on? Because you need to understand that these videos, the AI can't see all the things every time. Look at this one. This one it's just it slowly goes inside a butt. Keeps going inside a butt. Okay, what about the other one? I had another one. Maybe this one? Or is it this one? Okay, let's see this one. I've shown this one before. I kind of doubt this is... I don't think YouTube is going to have a problem with this. But still. I'm going to be very careful with every upload. You know? If something goes wrong, then I'm sorry. Okay, now this is stuck. Okay. Let me just close this.